Hey there, today we're talking about Meta's new headset, the Quest 3S. Whether you're new to VR or thinking about an upgrade, this video is for you. What is the Quest 3S? Simply put, it's Meta's newest VR headset. It's standalone, which means everything you need is built right in, no PC required. It's designed to be a step up from the Quest 2, without the high price of the Quest 3. Let's break down some key features. The display is a single LCD with 1832 by 1920 pixels per eye, which is a nice bump up from the Quest 2. It's powered by the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip. In simple terms, it's fast. You get 8 GB of RAM, which means smoother multitasking, and you can choose between 128 or 256 GB of storage. Battery life is about 2.5 hours, which is pretty standard, if not a little better than other standalone headsets. The field of view is 96 degrees horizontal, 90 degrees vertical. Not the widest out there, but it'll do the job for most people, and to me, it did not feel narrow. Audio is built in and spatial. Unlike the Quest 2 and 3, there's no headphone jack, however, so you'll need Bluetooth headphones if you don't want that built-in audio. The controllers are the same as the Quest 3, using the Touch Plus controllers. They're more precise, feel better in your hands, and they don't have those obnoxious rings that get in the way like the old Quest 2 controllers. The Quest 3S has a dedicated button for turning on and off pass-through. The Quest 3 doesn't have this. You have to go to the settings and set up a double tap option in order to turn on pass-through. Speaking of physical features, the Quest 3S is a bit heavier than the Quest 2, 514 grams compared to 503, but it's also about 20% slimmer, not including the facial interface. Now, how does it compare to the Quest 2? Well, it's faster. Games will run smoother and load quicker. The pass-through is in full color now and much higher quality. This means that you can see your room in color with the headset on and read some text. It's great for mixed reality stuff. The Quest 3S has a fixed refresh rate of 120 Hz. However, it's locked there. You can't change it. But the Quest 2 and the Quest 3 are a bit more flexible. The Quest 2 can do 60, 72, 80, 90, and 120. It started out at 72 Hz, but Meta kept adding options and eventually made 120 the default. Now the Quest 3 is a bit more of a special case. It officially supports two main refresh rates, 90 Hz and 120. Originally, you can toggle between 90 and 120 in the settings, but in a recent update, 120 is considered the default. So why does this even matter? Well, higher refresh rates can make things look smoother. Fast-moving games look better, and it might even help if VR makes you feel a little dizzy. But high refresh rates also use up more battery power. For most people, the fixed 120 Hz of the Quest 3S will be just fine. You'll always be getting that smooth experience. The Quest 3 will give you that smooth experience too, but it's just smart about when to use it. So what about the Quest 3? How does the Quest 3S stack up in comparison? The Quest 3 has a sharper display. It uses different lenses too, pancake lenses instead of Fresnel. This gives you a clearer image with less glare. The Quest 3 also has a wider field of view and has a physical depth sensor, which the 3S doesn't have. The 3S uses software to figure out depth. What does this mean in practice? Well, the Quest 3 can more accurately map out your room and the objects in it. This makes mixed reality experiences more precise and realistic on the Quest 3. You might notice things like virtual objects interacting more naturally with your real environment. But the 3S is much cheaper. We're talking about $299 for the 128 GB version of the Quest 3S versus the $499 for the 512 GB version of the Quest 3. The 128 GB version of the Quest 3, I don't even think that they're even making anymore, unfortunately. Now, accessories. The Quest 3S is actually compatible with Quest 3 accessories, as long as they're related to the strap or the controllers. However, facial interfaces will not work the same across both. Any Quest 2 accessories will also unfortunately not work with the Quest 3S. Speaking of accessories, the strap that I have on my Quest 3S is not the default, by the way. This is a separate purchase from 𝐂𝐒, specifically their H4 Boost Halo battery strap. I just wanted to mention that so that you don't think that this fancy strap actually comes with the 3S by default. But I do like 𝐂𝐒 products. Additionally, if you buy a Quest 3S, you'll get Batman Arkham Shadow and 3 months of MetaQuest Plus bundled in with your purchase. The offer's good through April 2025, so you're getting a lot of content right out of the box. So which from the Quest 3 family should you choose? The Quest 3 is great if you're new to VR or if you're upgrading from the Quest 2. It's a good balance of features and price. Choose the Quest 3 if you want the best VR experience, plan on playing more mixed reality content, and you don't mind the price increase. To wrap up, the Quest 3S is a solid middle ground option. It's better than the Quest 2, but more affordable than the Quest 3. Don't forget too that all of these headsets can connect to your PC to play Steam VR games for even more options. I've got a relatively older video that is still pretty accurate on ways you can do that, but I might get an updated one out there soon. If you're ready to jump into VR, I do have some unique links in the description that you can use to purchase your Quest, and in turn earn yourself $30 of Quest Store credit. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. And as always, keep on creating and never lose that drive to improve. I'll see you in the next one.